Hi everyone. I just got in the post my Unplugged Book Box for May, and I wanted to like film it straight away because I want to open it. This is the adult box. So Unplugged, they do a young adult subscription service and then an adult one as well. I went for adult because I do feel like a lot of subscription services are young adult. So like Fairy Loot, Owl Crate, kind of all of them, they're all young adult, so I thought I'd deviate a little bit and get the adult box. Though I want to get the young adult box too. I want them all. So yeah, this is my second one ever. I got one before and I'll link the video in the description. I got the April box, this is the May box, and I loved it. Like I loved it so much. So if you don't know, Unplugged are an American book subscription service. So you get a book and then you get 4 to 5 items in the box, and they're usually book related or fandom related. What I liked about Unplugged as well is that they're self-care focused. So I think their whole premise of their company is that you unplug and unwind, read a book and use the items for a bit of self-care, which I think is lovely, and I think the whole point of reading in the first place. Apologies if you can hear my housemate, she's having a meeting. I'm filming a little early, she's not finished work yet. And they usually ship on the 1st of the month, I'm noticing, and I usually get my box within 2 weeks, and I live in Ireland. Yeah, and I also noticed they do support a lot of like smaller Etsy shops as well, which I really like. That's actually something I love in general about book boxes, is that they support little companies that are usually on Etsy. It's a great way to discover new companies. So yeah, I'm just gonna open her up. I am so excited. Okay, so May's theme is Vitality, and that's how it comes. So yeah, usually how I do these, I usually go through the items, then show the book, and then afterwards I will read the spoiler card and see what the fandoms are related to. There's a spoiler card, Vitality, so yeah, I'll read that at the end. Oh, the worms. I never know where to put these. I recycle them, but when I'm unboxing I don't know where to put them and they cause such a mess. On the floor they go. Okay, the first thing, it looks like a book sleeve, possibly? I think it is. Just keeping into the box and it looks great. I think it's a lunchbox actually. It is, it's a little lunchbox. And it's definitely Nevernight inspired. It is, it's got thermal as well. Oh, that'd be great for a picnic. So yeah, I think these are good for keeping food like hot or cold. Oh, that's lovely. It's more of a, I wouldn't say a lunchbox, more like a picnic. Something you take on a picnic. It says too many books, too few centuries. Nevernight, Mia Corver. I've never read Nevernight. I know it's a super popular trilogy, but I've never actually read it. But yeah, that's lovely. I mean, with COVID, I'm meeting friends outside all the time now that it's allowed. Picnics seem to be the thing that we're doing. Okay, so this was designed by Azura Arts, and it's actually, it says something here about not supporting the author anymore, so they're not going to include inspired by this author in the future and are donating partial proceeds from this box. I'm not sure what happened. I didn't realize the author was problematic. Not quite sure. Please pardon my ignorance. So yeah, I said I wouldn't look at the spoiler card, now I am. Because I think I'm just like, oh, I want to know what it is. The next thing, I think this is definitely Anne of Green Gables, is an enamel pin. So it looks like the hat with the plaits. And this is made by, is it Elisa's World? Yeah, and she has her Etsy shop here. I'll link in the description all the companies that I can find. If they let me know an Etsy store or anything, I will put them in the description. So yeah, that's Anne of Green Gables. That's a really gorgeous pin. Never read Anne of Green Gables actually. I know there's Annie with an E as well on Netflix, and they cancelled it after a season or something. I'm so scared for that to happen to Shadow and Bone. I don't think it will. I think it was too popular, but Netflix has a tendency to just cancel things after a season. But yeah, that pin is gorgeous. I do want to get one of those kind of like pin hangers, because I got a pin from Owl Crate as well, and I just want to build a collection and maybe kind of color code them and stuff. Did we get a candle? We did! Yay! This says Jude St. Francis, and just kind of like a vanilla soy candle. So this is inspired by A Little Life by Hanya, oh, apologies, I cannot say the name. Hanya Gilhara. I'll type it here, but the book is A Little Life. Apparently Jude is one of the strongest literary characters they've ever read about, and the Etsy store is Familiar Fragrances, and apparently this is inspired by a bakery within the book. That's quite cool. So yeah, it's just a plain, kind of smells like vanilla candle, and it's in the lovely tin case. I love getting candles. Love them, especially bookish ones. Oh, this is funny. This is kind of like rolled up into a ball, but this is Nora's Missed Coffee Date. So this, I feel like it's a foot scrub. So it says a coffee scrub. Oh, this is the Midnight Library. I have that book. I'll go get it. So this coffee scrub is inspired by The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. Again, I haven't read this. I am the worst booktuber ever. I need to start reading more. Okay, so one of Nora's biggest regrets was missing a coffee date. Okay, and this is made by Natural Pure Honest, and they actually made the scrub for last month as well, so they must be kind of a regular partner with Unplugged. Oh, I love coffee scrubs. Oh wow. There's real coffee in that, definitely. So yeah, I love using scrubs before I shave my legs. That's my favourite time to use a scrub. Or when you're in a bath and then you put on lots of moisturiser afterwards. Really good before you put on fake tan as well. So yeah, I will definitely be using this. Okay, so this is a foot soak. This is inspired by Stephen King's The Long Walk. I think it's about like young men that have to go on this walk and just keep walking until they can't anymore. If they stop walking, they die. I think that's the premise of the book. Again, never read it. But yeah, that's by Stephen King. So there's this foot soak. Very, very apt. Oh, The Long Walk was originally published under a pseudonym, so it wasn't Stephen King on the cover. So it's a futuristic horror dystopia. Contestants have to go on an annual walking contest. Yeah, and this is by, the Etsy shop is Wellspring Naturals. Oh, it has lavender and ginger in it. That's going to smell so nice. Oh, and it's supposed to detoxify, so I think that is true. You can like detox through your feet and your whole body. Lovely. Can't wait to try that. Oh, we got a cuticle oil. So this is Rose Apothecary. Okay, this is inspired by Schitt's Creek. I haven't seen that either. My family have watched it and they love it, and apparently it's just really silly and funny. So apparently there's a Rose Apothecary that's opened Schitt's Creek. So yeah, this is inspired by that. I'm assuming it must be a beautician's or a nail salon, especially if you take off shellac, like you really need some oil. So good thing to have. But yeah, here's an up close. So Rose Apothecary. Okay, so there's a little postcard with a rose. That's actually lovely. And a letter from the author. They always have these little like self-care prompts to do. So this is journal prompts. So things you can do for each day that you're journaling. Yeah, I think last month it was like how to deal with toxicity in your life or toxic people. And I thought that was it was very strong or very helpful. So yeah, I don't know what the book is, but the author is Kate Quinn. That's her signature card. So usually I take these off and I put them inside the book, usually into the front cover. So yeah, this is the book. It's definitely a paperback. Kate Quinn. I don't know who Kate Quinn is. She sounds familiar. It's Julia Quinn that wrote Bridgerton. That's where I'm thinking of Quinn. Okay, so the book is The Rose Code by Kate Quinn, and it has these like stressed edges on the side. I love, like it's like it's been like roughly cut. Okay, so let me just read the blurb. Okay, so she wrote The Huntress and the Alice Network. Okay, so this is a World War II story. It involves 3 female code breakers at Bletchley Park. They have to uncover a spy after the war is over. Okay, so historical fiction. It looks like it's set in 1940 and 1947. I'll quickly read the blurb. As England prepares to fight the Nazis, 3 very different women answer the call to mysterious county estate Bletchley Park, where the best minds of Britain trained to break German military codes. Okay, so it looks like they were code breakers in the war. They fell out, and 7 years later it looks like they have to be brought back together. But this is stunning. I love the edges of that. So yeah, historical fiction, but probably kind of thrillery as well. So yeah, here are the June themes. So for adult, Destiny, and then young adult, it's Hypnotic. And then it looks like for adult fiction, there's a fandom for Song of Achilles. This sounds amazing. Yeah, I think my favourite things are probably the foot soak and probably the candle. I could definitely see myself using these, but I like everything I got. So yeah, that's everything. Thank you so much for watching. I do these unboxing videos pretty often on my channel, and do TBR videos, wrap-ups, subscription unboxings, reading vlogs, anything book related. I have a Goodreads and a Bookstagram as well. I'll link them in the description. And yeah, any of the Etsy companies I'll link there as well. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.